We're in the parking lot of Epcot. It is a rainy morning. Right now it's just misting a little bit, but it was raining a lot more earlier. We went to Walmart to get some flip-flops. You see my flip-flops? I can't tell. Get some flip-flops because otherwise I hate walking around in wet shoes all day. The shoes are in the car. I can come back and get them if I want to. The guys got some ponchos. I already have a poncho. I need to throw that on. Right, see, but it's inconsistent. Like right now it's only lightly misting and I don't need a poncho, but then it'll start raining. And anyway, still gonna be a great day despite the weather. I am determined to have a good time. We have fast passes for Mission Space and Frozen and Spaceship Earth. We're heading to Soarin' now. We wanted to start at Test Track, but because it's rainy and because it's a day that ends in Y, it's down. So we'll try to hit that later. Wes has never ridden it. He was really looking forward to it. So he was very disappointed when it was raining this morning and we knew that it would be down today, at least for a little while. We'll go try it later. It has a single rider line, so we won't have trouble getting on it once it opens, if it opens all day. It's supposed to be rainy on and off all day. But Soarin's pretty good too. Let's go do that.
Yeah, I heard him.
I wonder if we should have went the other way.
Yes, we should have. We still can. Went down the stairs or something. We grabbed the neon.
A lot of people. I mean, that's fine because it goes pretty quick, but should have went to the other side where there were no people going, rather than getting in this big crowd. It's one thing at Disney, don't just get in the crowd, look for a smaller line. We failed at that today, right now. We have a restaurant down there called Sunshine Seasons, sort of cafeteria style. We've had some breakfast pudding there one time that was pretty good. And then also, so this is the Land Pavilion. There's also Living with the Land over there. It's a boat ride, talks about conservation and farming and such. And then the Garden Grill restaurant, which has breakfast meet and greets with Chip and Dale. It's usually who we see over there. There's probably others, but we usually see Chip and Dale. To pass the time, they have these large screens that will ask questions, trivia questions about the world. And then you can get on your phone and play. And you get assigned to a team with a different color, and then it's a competition. It's kind of fun. I don't think we've ever actually done it, but I do like trivia.
We'll begin boarding in a few minutes, but first I'd like to acquaint you with some important safety information.
Squeak, squeakity, squeak, squeak.
When the doors to your flight open, please take a seat and store all carry-on items in the underseat compartment. This includes cameras, purses, hats, and of course, these little beauties. Next, fasten your seatbelts, inserting them into the buckle on your right. If smaller aviators don't measure up to the height indicator on the seat, just put the belt through the loop in the center strap before buckling. Nice work, pal.
Yeah, give them a reward for doing nothing.
Soon you will be airborne. So if you or your little aviators have a fear of flying or of height.
Just got out of Soarin', and now we're heading over to Mission Space. We have fast passes for Mission Space. Mission Space has two sides. There's the green and the orange. The orange side is more intense. You're in sort of a centrifugal vehicle, spins around to create centrifugal force as you blast off into space. And then there's the green side that is more of a motion simulator. It doesn't use the spinning centrifugal force. And the two experiences are different, if I recall correctly. It's been a while since I've done the orange one. But with the orange one, I think you go to Mars. And the green one, I know you just kind of travel around the Earth, which is actually really nice. And one of my previous videos has that in it. A few clips and such. Calvin and I are going to do the orange one, maybe. Calvin's not feeling that hot today, so maybe he will opt out of it. But as of yesterday, we were doing the orange one, and Josh and Wes were gonna be doing the green one.
Here is Mission Space. We're about to be astronauts.
You guys can go like...
You'd be surprised to learn that you only need about 5 minutes of instruction to become an astronaut. There's the green team over there. Oh, now we're going. Calvin and I are orange team. Thank you.
Number two.
Thank you.
You're here today to train for the greatest adventure in the history of mankind, space exploration. I know you're probably feeling a little nervous right now, but don't worry. Every astronaut has felt that way at one time or another. You can see, astronaut flight training isn't like anything you've ever experienced before. It is intense, and if you would like to opt out, just ask any member of the ISTC crew for directions. You've been selected to train for a mission to Mars. Teams are awaiting your arrival at the landing site here at Valles Marineris. Your mission is to get to that landing site.
Here's the module.
Store personal items in the compartment in front of you. Then reach up and pull down on the restraint.
Capcom, to Mars X2. Welcome aboard, team.
They have vomit bags in here just in case.
Navigator, welcome aboard. Now remember, during the mid-age and deploy the shields. Surgeon, how are we doing?
All good for launch.
Commander, just remember your assignments. First stage separation and manual control.
Loading flight plan.
Engineer, just a reminder, you will activate hypersleep and extend the wings.
You can push buttons and turn flip knobs while you're at it.
Surgeon, network, you are go for launch. We have main engine start. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
You can really feel the G-force in here. Oh, wow.
They're all yours.
Oh, my goodness. It feels great.
Once you're done with mission space, you come out to this area here and you can do various activities. Over there you can send postcards to people that will put your face in a space, some kind of space background. Some games you can play over there. There's an interactive game over here where everyone's trying to work together to solve some puzzles. It's kind of fun stuff. We don't usually spend a lot of time in here, although we usually do send a postcard, but it's fun. Getting in line for a Spaceship Earth. That's the ride that's inside the giant golf ball here. It's only a 10-minute wait. We have a fast pass for this later, but we're gonna do this and then switch our fast pass to something else. For some reason our car is in French, so we're listening to this in French. I think I chose something about travel and something about a pet.
Not in French.
At least the video stuff is in English. Uh-oh, we went in the water. Ah. Wow, okay. That seems like a very interesting future.
So we're going back to the car to grab our shoes, which just to carry around. So we're going out and then we'll come back in.
All right, first two food items from the Festival of the Arts. This is the Deconstructed Dish is the name of the place. This is the Deconstructed BLT. And Wes got the, I'm sorry, no, this is the Deconstructed Reuben. Sorry about that. And Wes got the
BLT.
Deconstructed BLT. So he has that. And this is the Reuben. And we're going to try it and see what we think.
All right, here's our review. We had the Deconstructed Reuben. It was delicious, delicious. The pastrami on it was fantastic. It was $6.50. I highly recommend that. Wes had the Deconstructed BLT. What'd you think?
The pork belly and the tomato jam were amazing. They had a soft-boiled egg on it, which, while tasty, was weird. But it was really good. I mean, I probably wouldn't buy it again for $7 though.
$7? Okay,
Yeah.
cool.
We came into the Mexico Pavilion to get out of the rain a little bit. Plus, we want to ride one of our favorite rides, the Grand Fiesta Tour. Pretty busy in here, actually. And the rain usually keeps people away, and so Epcot itself is not as busy as it would otherwise be, but a lot of the indoor areas are busier than they might otherwise be because people want to get in out of the rain. Ooh, those margaritas look really good.
Ay, caramba!
I don't know.
So the rain has let up just a little bit. It's just slightly sprinkling now. It's never been cold. Like in Colorado, we get cold rain because for it to rain, it's so dry there, the temperature has to drop considerably. So it's nice to kind of get this warmish rain. I've never been cold, but I also don't want to drink a cold drink because then I might get cold. I've been okay with just an umbrella so far. You can see the guys behind me have their ponchos on. I might switch to that if it gets heavier, but we're hoping that it's gonna lighten up and just get better the rest of the day. Guess we'll see.
The next food item is the sushi donut over in the Takumi table in Japan. I've heard great things about this, and I like sushi anyway. So Wes and Calvin and I, and Josh is having some too, got the sushi donut. We're gonna give it a go. Here is the description of the sushi donut. Donut-shaped sushi featuring salmon, tuna, shrimp, avocado, asago, accented with citrus soy, chili, and wasabi on the side. So that's what we had. That's what you were looking at. What did you think of the sushi donut?
I thoroughly enjoyed it.
What was your favorite part of it?
Well, I really only had the tuna overall and the seaweed, both of which I thought were delicious.
Okay, yeah, we shared it. I had the shrimp part and the salmon, and that was excellent. Wes?
I liked the whole thing. My favorite part of it was the price for what you get.
How much was it?
$7.50, and you basically get like 5 pieces of sushi.
Which you probably couldn't get for that much anywhere else. This one's actually a deal. Everything here I feel like is a little more expensive than it needs to be. This is a deal.
It was really tasty.
What do you think, Calvin?
Oh, it was delicious. The only great, it's not cut into pieces, so it's a little hard to get exactly what you want, but that's easily overcome, and it was delicious, and like you said, it was great for the price.
Okay, we were expecting to like this because we all like sushi, and it was on everyone's menu item choices, or their must-have list, and it did not disappoint. So,
No.
Sushi donut, totally worth it, in Japan. Calvin hasn't been feeling well, like I mentioned earlier, and he wanted to come to Katsura Grill to get some ramen so that he could get some like warm broth on his throat. How is the ramen?
Very tasty.
He's had it
Reminds
here
me of
before.
Japan.
Is it better than the Yakinieri?
He spent some time in Japan, and
Yes.
he
Much better than Yakinieri.
it's better than the yakinieri.
Yes.
Okay, and a lot cheaper.
Yep.
Yeah. And he also got miso soup. Josh and I also got miso soup. Oop, there's my hand. And I think Wes got the exact same kind, the pork belly ramen.
It's just pork ramen.
Oh, pork ramen. Okay,
Yeah.
so not belly. It smells good. Like that broth looks really nice and thick and tasty. American Pavilion, and Josh got the chocolate and beer pairing. And so what are the chocolates? Does it say?
Yes. On the left, you actually have the Sagatuck Brewing Company Neapolitan Milk Stout with a strawberry and vanilla white chocolate. That's this pair on the left. In the middle, the Lexington Brewing Company Kentucky Vanilla Barrel Cream Ale with meal chocolate, Mile, M-I-E-L, chocolate. And on the far right, we have Lindemann's Framboise Lambic, a Belgium and with black currant and violet chocolate. So that is a Belgium with black currant and violet chocolate. I haven't tried that one yet.
Josh got that, and then I got the beef Wellington, which is right over here. The beef Wellington was $8. How much was the beer flake with the chocolate?
$12.
$12 for all of that.
Delicious.
All right, we'll give you our reviews when we're done. Oh, and I also got a category, but you know that I love that. Here's the inside of the beef Wellington. Oh, that looks pretty good. I think it's supposed to be more rare than that for typical beef Wellington, but you know, it's Epcot beef Wellington. Vegetables are very good. I haven't had any of this yet. Let's see.
This is a vanilla.
Ooh, that's really good.
Barrel cream ale.
So that's some kind of sauce. Yeah, it's pretty good. I like it. Our last Fast Pass was for the Frozen ride. Frozen Ever After. I like how the interior looks like a small village at night. They've got the lanterns up there. You can see buildings.
Winter show, it's summer snow for spending me and you. Oh, we're going up to Elsa's Ice Palace with you and you and you, all of you. See you there. Today, honor is saved consistent with an unselfish act of true love and full of frozen heart. You're your best friend. I'm so glad you came along for the first time in forever. Would you say that we're related or gassy? Let's just call it delight. 'Cause for the first time in forever, you're here for my sister's magic night. Let go. Finally do what frozen things do in summer.
It has finally stopped raining, and now it's somewhat sunny out. Not completely, it's still overcast. And that's makes for a much nicer day.
Sugar paintings. Essentially, somebody makes these creations out of sugar, and then you can eat them. There are different ones based on the zodiac symbols, but there's also like a unicorn, a butterfly. I think they're gorgeous. They're a little expensive, $15 to $22 depending on which one you get, but they're amazing artistry. There's more info about the process and the person.
We backtracked into Future World so we could ride Test Track now that it's open. Wes has never ridden it before.
Every time for the past 4 visits, it's always shut down or the wait was like 2 hours.
The last time I was here with him was last May, and we got all the way up to almost getting on the ride, and then the rain shut it down. And we waited. We sat there for 45 minutes, almost an hour, to see if it would open again, and it never did.
It sucked.
So we are just around the bend. That's all we need to get through. We did the single rider lines rather than waiting in the long line. But we'll get split up, but still, he'll get a chance to ride it. Or we'll see.
Hey, shut up.
We are in Epcot. Josh and I always get the caramel couche, which is popcorn that they put the Werther's original caramel on. This is Wes being our lovely Vanna. It's delicious. We always get some for the flight back, which isn't until a couple days from now, but this is the only day we're going to be in Epcot, so we needed to grab it. In any case, I highly recommend it. Forgot to mention that you can get it in the German Pavilion, where they make it fresh every single day, all day long.
I have a whole new level of that.
Well, we did it. We got on Test Track with Wes on it. It didn't go down for Wes-related difficulties. They didn't stop us right at the very end. But we did it. We got on it. Now we're heading back to Broadway Rocks. During this festival, they have some Broadway performers come and sing. It's different ones. They do a few different, it's different people, and they perform on different nights. It's always a man and a woman. We are interested in seeing, well, at least Calvin and I, because we really liked this movie, the woman who played the mom in the Freaky Friday musical that was just recently on the Disney Channel, Heidi Blickenstaff. She's gonna be here, and she's an incredible voice, and I cannot wait to see her in person. And it was just coincidence that she was gonna be here when we were, and I'm very excited about that. Just got out of the Broadway Rocks, and it was awesome. Awesome, awesome, awesome. I will put some clips here. Heidi Blickenstaff is a powerhouse vocalist, and Gavin Lee, who's the guy that was with her, incredible tap dancer.
I admit that in the past I've been a nasty. They weren't kidding when they called me, well, a witch. But you'll find that nowadays I've mended all my ways. Repentance in the light and made a switch. True, yes. And I fortunately know a little magic. It's a talent that I always have possessed. And here lately, please don't laugh, I use it on behalf of the miserable, lonely, and depressed. Pathetic, poor, unfortunate souls in pain, in need. This one longing to be thinner, that one wants to get the girl. And do I help them? Well, yes, indeed. Those poor, unfortunate souls, so sad, so true. They come flocking to my cauldron, throwing spells. Ursula, please! And I help them. Yes, I do. Now it's happened once or twice. Someone couldn't pay the price, and I'm afraid I had to lay down across the coals. Yes, I've had the odd complaint, but on the whole, I've been a saint to those poor, unfortunate souls. The men up there are like a lot of blabber. They think a girl who gossips is a bore. Yes, on land it's much preferred for ladies not to say a word. And after all, dear, what is idle prattle for? Come on! They're not all that impressed with conversation. True gentlemen avoid it when they can. But they don't intrigue and fun. Honey lady who's with run. It's she who holds her tongue who gets a man. Come on, you unfortunate soul. Go ahead and make your choice. I'm a very busy woman and I haven't run all day. It won't cost much with just your voice. You poor unfortunate soul. It's sad but true. If you wanna cross that bridge, my sweet, you gotta be the toll. Take a gulp and take a breath and go ahead and sign the scroll. Flotsam jetsam, now I've got her, boys. The boss is on a roll. You poor unfortunate soul. genealogy. It's part of Genie's genealogy. I don't do tricks like genies do, but I got your back in a bag of dough. Ain't it great to know that somebody's got your? Ain't it great to know that somebody's got your? Ain't it great to know somebody's got your back? I got your back.
We tried to get a table at Via Napoli to get maybe a pizza to share, but there were no reservations left and they were only taking reservations, so no walk-ups. Sometimes we get lucky, but not in this case. So we decided to come to Tangerine Cafe, which is in Morocco. We've had this before, but we really like it. So it's shawarma platters, right around $15 or $16, depending on which one you get. They also have wraps. Oh, there's some kind of slider. That looks interesting. I'll look into that. And I really like where it says side dishes over here. Everything sounds very traditional. Tabbouleh, lentil salad, marinated olives, tangerine couscous salad, and then French fries. So I guess if you have a picky eater, they can have French fries. If you've ever had shawarma before, this is not going to shock you, but Wes got the lamb shawarma. And it comes with some couscous and I think it's tabbouleh salad. Yep. Yeah. And then a Moroccan bread, onions, and there's hummus, yeah, there. Josh and I had the chicken one, and
Calvin had the lamb wrap.
Which looks like his had lentils, and he also had some of the couscous. These were all about $15, $16. The next thing we're going to try is the creme de brie un petit pain, which is a warm creamy brie in a house-made bread bowl. Like, I love brie in a bread bowl. Sounds easy. It's like a fondue. We've heard great things about it online, so we're going to try it, see what we think. I'm sure I'm going to love it. We do a lot of research, and we only order the things we think we're going to love anyway. Sometimes we're disappointed, but not most of the time. Here we go. Here's the brie in the bread bowl, and it comes with this, probably burned on the top just a little bit, like a little brand, which is kind of nice. Josh is going to take off the top. Sorry for the bad lighting. Let me try to move around in the shadow. So there's the brie in there. So we're just going to peel this apart and dip it in there and see what we think. I think we're going to love it. Josh and I finished the brie bread bowl. Amazing. Absolutely amazing. Very good. The bread was good. I was surprised because I thought the brie was going to be warm. It's not warm. Cool. I'm not sure if it's meant to be warm, but it was cool, and but it was still liquidy enough that you could dip it, and so you just sort of dipped the top part and then ripped it to pieces and ate it all with the cheese. That was incredible. Back in the French Pavilion, there is I'm not going to pronounce this, but it is a ice cream shop, and you can get ice cream in a brioche bun that's warmed up. And so Wes is eating his right now.
So it's like a brioche bun that they put a dollop of ice cream on, and then a sauce, and then they put it in like a press, and it heats up the bun and compacts it all down. And I got like salted caramel ice cream, and it is so good.
So is it like melting in the bun because it's warm, but it's not like all over the place?
Right, it's decadent.
They just warm it enough so the ice cream doesn't melt. So it's a nice warm bread, but the ice cream isn't just melting out while you're eating.
Yeah, I find it interesting because it's, we all love bread and we all love ice cream, and it's not something you would think to put together, but they do.
Think of,
it's so good.
What is it, Mexican fried ice cream.
Oh yeah, so you
I
just
think of
kind
it
of
similar to that,
it, and it has this coating on it.
Yeah, which I love too.
So maybe we'll get that. We're going to talk about it.
It's amazing.
I'd suggest it.
Because of the recommendations, we decided to get our own. We're going to give this a try. Let's see what it looks like.
What's it look like inside? Ooh, so we chose the caramel ice cream with a chocolate sauce.
Right?
That's pretty damn good.
Yeah.
Okay, I agree with everyone else's assessment that that was amazing. So our recommendation when you come here is to go to the back of France and have that. You can choose whatever flavors you want. They have a lot of different flavors of ice cream. Calvin had one that was sort of an apple flavored ice cream. He said it tasted a lot like an apple pie. We had the caramel one. So the hostess, we asked her what she thought was best, and she recommended either the caramel, which is what we got, or the chocolate. It was the white chocolate coconut, which I also thought would be really good because I enjoy white chocolate coconut, but Josh doesn't enjoy it as much as I do, so I thought this would be better. Anyway, yes, get it. You won't regret it. We were walking back through China and we came across, I talked about earlier in the video, the art that made the shapes out of sugar in China, and we got to see a demonstration as he was making edible art for a little girl.
Your video recording. No, I'm showing that. Put it up there. I'll just take mine. I don't need the bag.
That's not good if it falls.
I don't know.
Yeah, it's all sugar. And there's a whole bunch of them on the side that you can buy.
That does it for us from Epcot. Spent a lot of time in Future World, and then we went back to the pavilions around the World Showcase. Had a lot to eat at the International Festival of the Arts. Some good food, some great food. Tried some things that are always here that we hadn't tried in the past. Tomorrow will be our last day, and it will be in Hollywood Studios. Join us then.